The third annual celebration of Fred Korematsu Day kicks off right here at the Herbst Theater, where civil rights heroes are honored for bringing justice to Asian Americans. The legacy of civil rights activist Fred Korematsu was celebrated by honoring 16 Asian Americans who fought against discrimination surrounding the events of World War II.
My father said, "When you see something wrong, don't be afraid to speak up." And now, as we continue in my father's spirit, he also said to stand up for what is right.
Chinese labor strikers, Filipino World War II veterans, and internment dissenters were some of the heroes represented at the event.
We're bringing the stories of other Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders who stood up for what is right, and that's my father's story.
For the honorees that couldn't attend themselves, a descendant represented them on their behalf, including David Thind, who was the son of civil rights hero Bhagat Singh Thind, who fought for the rights of Indians to obtain U.S. citizenship.
Well, today we're so grateful to be here for one thing, and to have my father's memory and his wonderful deeds that he's done for humanity, for his country, his mother country, India, and also America. He prevailed. We're very thankful about that.
Fred Korematsu's daughter, Karen Korematsu, co-founded the Korematsu Institute that works with local community organizers across the U.S. to spread her father's story.
It's very heartwarming and exciting. I wish you were here to see all of this. He'd be truly amazed.
Danny Glover hung up his acting hat for the day and crossed over to the role of MC. Glover hosted to a packed house at Herbst Theater in honor of Fred Korematsu Day. In between introducing the honorees, Glover was reflecting on his personal life stories, at times making the audience laugh.
When I was a struggling actor, and most of your time as an actor is struggling. When I was a struggling actor, I would always get a bit of encouragement from my mother. And I would go by to the place she worked. She worked at the post office. She was a supervisor at the United States Post Office when it was on 7th and Mission. And invariably she would ask me, she said, "Danny, come on, I want you to meet some of my friends I work with." I said, "Oh, Mom, come on, Danny, come on." And I would walk by there just to get a smile from her sometimes. And I'd come in and she said, "I want you to meet my son, Danny. He's an actor." The words were new to her. It was forming in her mouth in a way, for the first time. And invariably what people would say, "Well, he's an actor. Oh, what has he done?" And before they would get out, "What has he done?" she would say, "He hasn't done anything yet. But one day he's going to do something important." And being here this Sunday afternoon is what she meant by me doing something important. Thank you so much.
Glover explains that his memories played a huge part in preparing for this event.
By bringing my life story, you know.
But his own experiences are not the entire reason why he participates in events like this. For Glover, it's more about connecting the dots of humanity.
And it's a bridge for me. So I think the more you embrace those bridges, not only do you become comfortable with yourself, but in essence that you become comfortable with people and be able to share their ideas and understand that we're all in the same boat together.
Season 3 American Idol contestant and Las Vegas headliner Jasmin Trias felt privileged to be a part of Fred Korematsu's festivities.
It was such an honor to meet all the veterans and to meet all of the Asians who've made such a difference in our history and who have done so much for our people and our country. You know, and it was just, you know, it just gives me goosebumps thinking about it. When you face the world alone.
Trias performed a song whose title matched the sentiment of the event and also marked a pivotal moment in her career.
Actually, that was one of the songs I actually auditioned with on American Idol, and you know, when they told me about this event, I was like, you know, that would be such an appropriate song. So it worked out really well.
Important members of the community, including San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee, came to pay respect to the honorees.
Just the education that we do for our youth and generations to come to learn and understand who our heroes have been.
Despite the event's large crowd turnout, Korematsu Institute Director Ling Lu says this is just a start. that she hopes people go home and continue to learn about Asian American history.
I think that today's generation is, to a large extent, unfamiliar with Asian American civil rights, period. It is not a subject that is taught in schools. These names are not household names to most American adults or children, and that's what we're trying to battle.
Liu says that by the Korematsu Institute providing complimentary teaching kits to schools helps paint a more complete picture of American history. With over 3,000 teaching kit orders filled in about 40 states, the story of Fred Korematsu's courageous efforts continue to live on.
He would be very happy that his legacy is still continuing in the spirit of education, and that's what this day represents.
Civil rights activists continue to stress the importance of teaching future generations their historic efforts. For more information about how you can get involved in civil rights education, go to korematsuinstitute.org. Reporting from San Francisco, Chanel Bujadam, Diya TV.